Yes, there was no doubt about it. The Pentrovskis were gone. How could they ever make amends? They turned slowly and made their way back down the hill. Well, anyway, said Peggy, she is gone now. So, what can we do? Besides, when I was asking her about all her dresses, she probably was getting good ideas of her drawings. She might not even have won the contest otherwise. To make amends, the meaning of this one, to show that one is sorry while doing something else. The explanation of this paragraph is now the Pentrovskis had gone and along with them Maddie and Peggy's last chance to make amends too. In order to comfort herself, Paddy started saying that Wanda must have looked for drawing inspiration only after she started her dresses game, and had not she done that, Wanda would have never won the drawing competition. The next paragraph is Maddie. Maddie turned this idea carefully over in her head, for if there were anything in it, she would not have to feel so badly. But that night, she could not get to sleep. She thought about Wanda and her faded blue dress and the little house she had lived in, and she thought of the glowing picture those 100 dresses made, all lined up in the classroom. At last, Mattie sat up in bed and pressed her forehead tight in her hands and really thought. This was the hardest thinking she had ever done. After a long time, she reached an important conclusion. She was never going to stand by and say nothing again. And the explanation of this paragraph is Maddie had tried to convince her after Peggy, but Peggy said and that if this is the case, she does not have to feel so bad. But later that night, she could not sleep as she was thinking constantly about Wanda's little house. Her faded blue dress, both shabby but clean, and her glorious 100 dresses that were all lined up in the classroom instead of the closet. Finally, she sat in her bed and started thinking deeply. The hardest she had ever done. She pressed her forehead tight in her hands, which indicated that she was really trying to concentrate. After thinking so much and so deeply, she came to a conclusion that she will always stand against the wrongs and will never say nothing when she has to. The next paragraph is if she ever heard anybody picking on someone because they were funny looking and because they had strange names, she would speak up, even if it meant losing Peggy's friendship. She had no way of making things right with Wanda, but from now on, she would never make anybody else that unhappy again. The meaning of picking on someone means criticizing someone. The explanation of this paragraph is she decided that she would never let anyone make fun of others because of their appearance, name, clothes, or where they come from. She would not shy to speak up against Peggy, even if it meant losing her friendship. She could not go in the past to make amends with Banda, no matter how much she wanted to make from now on. She is never going to let another person, feel embarrassed and unhappy again. The next paragraph of this lesson is On Saturday, Maddie spent that afternoon with Peggy. They were writing a letter to Wanda Penske. It was just a friendly letter telling about the contest and telling Wanda she had won. They told her how pretty her drawings were, and they asked her if she liked where she was living and if she liked her new teacher. They had meant to say that they were sorry, but it ended with up there just writing a friendly letter, the kind they would have written to any good friend, and they signed it with lots of X for love. They mailed the letter to Gogan's Heights, writing, "Please forward" on the envelope. Explanation of this paragraph. On Saturday, both of them sat together and decided to write a letter to Wanda telling her about the contest, asking her where she is living now and how that place is, no matter how much she wanted to apologize. They could not summon the courage to do so and thus ended up writing a friendly letter as if Wanda was their good friend. They mailed it to Bogan's Heights with "Please forward" written on it because they did not know her new dress. The next part. Days passed and there was no answer, but the letter did not come back. So maybe Wanda had received it. Perhaps she was so hurt and angry she was not going to answer. You could not blame her. Weeks went by and still Banda did not answer. Peggy had begun to forget the whole business, and Maddie put herself to sleep at night, making speeches about Banda, defending her from crowds of girls who were trying to tease her with, "How many dresses have you got?" And before Banda could press her lips together in a tight line, the line she did before answering, Maddie would cry out, "Stop!" Then everybody would feel ashamed the way she used to feel. The explanation of this paragraph. There was no reply from Banda, but they did not also receive the letter back. Thus, they concluded that it must have reached Banda, but she was so upset that she did not answer. They waited for weeks, but still no answer. Peggy began to forget about this whole thing, while Maddie used to make scenarios in her head before sleeping where she defended Banda. She thought of scenarios where a large group of girls surrounded Banda and would ask her, "How many dresses have you got?" And as soon as anyone could say more, Banda would interrupt and say, "Stop," so that all of them could end up ashamed. The next paragraph of this lesson. Now it was Christmas time and there was snow on the ground. Christmas bells and the small tree decorated the room. On the last day of school before the holidays, the teacher showed the class a letter she had received that morning. Do you remember Banda Petronsky, the gifted little artist who won the drawing contest? Well, she has written me, and I am glad to know where she lives because now I can send her medal. I want to read her letter to you. Explanation of this paragraph. It was winter season and there was snow everywhere on the ground. Christmas had come. They decorated their classroom with bells and small tree. That day, Miss Mason told the students that she had received a letter from Wanda Pentrosky. She is very happy to receive it because now she can send her the medals too. The letter goes like this. Dear Miss Mason, Yes. Dear Miss Mason, how are you and room 13? Please tell me the girls they can keep those 100 dresses. Because in my new house I have 100 new ones all lined up in my closet. I would like that girl Peggy to have the drawing of the green dress with the red trimming, and her friend Maddie to have the blue one for Christmas. I miss that school. And my new teacher does not equalize with you. Merry Christmas to you and everybody. Yours truly, Banda Pentstri. The explanation of this beautiful letter. The letter began in a very friendly tone. Banda asked how everyone was and that they could keep her 100 dresses because in her new house she has another lot of 100 dresses lined up in her closet. She specially mentioned the dress she wanted Maddie and Peggy to take home. The green dress with the red trimmings was for Peggy, while the blue one was for Maddie. She expressed her affection towards Miss Mason and wrote her new teacher could never replace Miss Mason. She winded up the letter by wishing everyone Merry Christmas and also wrote that she missed everyone in room number 13. Next one is the next paragraph. On the way home from school, Maddie and Peggy held their drawings very carefully. All the houses had rests and holly in the windows. Holly in the windows. Outside the grocery store, hundreds of Christmas trees were stacked, and in the window, candy, peppermint sticks, and cornucopias of shiny transparent paper were strung. The air smelled like Christmas, and light shining everywhere reflected different colors on the snow. Boy, said Peggy, this shows she really likes us. It shows she got our letter, and this is her way of saying that everything is all right. And that is all. I hope so, said Maggie sadly. She felt sad because she knew she would never see the little tightened Polish girl again and could not ever really make things right between them. So, difficult word meanings: holly, a shrub having prickly dark green leaves, small white flowers, and red berries. It is used in Christmas decorations. The explanation of this paragraph is it was Christmas season and all the houses were decorated. Grocery stores were stocked with Christmas trees, candy, peppermint sticks, and other Christmas stuff. The atmosphere was colorful and joyful. Maddie and Peggy took home the drawings very carefully. When Peggy realized that this gesture implied that Bonda liked them, they also assumed that she got their letter and everything was peaceful between them. Maddie, on the other hand, was quite sad because she would never be able to see that Polish, tight lipped girl again. She would never get a chance to make amends. So, boys and girls, so dear students, the lesson goes like this. She went home and she pinned her drawing over a torn place in the pink flowered wallpaper in the bedroom. The shabby room came alive from the brilliance of the colors. Maddie sat down on her bed and looked at the drawing. She had stood by and said nothing, but Banda had been nice to her anyway. Explanation of this paragraph: as soon as Maddie reached home, she displayed her drawing on the part of the wall from where her pink flowered Wallpaper was slightly torn. Maddie's room was shabby too, but the drawing made it lively. She stared at the drawing constantly and thought how nice Wanda had been to them. The next part of the lesson, tears blurred her eyes and she gazed for a long time at the picture. Then hastily she rubbed her eyes and studied it intently. The colors in the dress were so vivid that she had scarcely noticed the face and the head of the drawing. What it looked like her, Maddie, it really looked like her own mouth. Why it really looked like her own self. Banda had really drawing this for her. Excitedly, she ran over to Peggy's. The explanation of this paragraph, while staring at the drawing Banda had given her, Maddie's vision got blurred from tears. She rubbed her eyes and noticed that Banda had actually drawn Maddie's face along with the dress. The colors of her dress were so bright and vibrant that the face was hardly visible. Maddie got excited and ran towards Peggy to check if she had noticed it too. Peg, she said, let me see your picture. What's the matter? Asked Peggy as she clattered up to her room where Wanda's drawing was laying face down on the bed. Maddie carefully raised it. Look, she drew you. She drew you. That is you, she exclaimed. And the head and the face of this picture did look like Peggy. Explanation: as soon as she reached Peggy's house, she asked her for the picture, and drawing was laying upside down on the bed. Maddie realized it, and yes, it was Peggy in that drawing. Both were left in the shock and awe at the same time. What did what did I say? Said Peggy. She must have realized like us, really liked us anyway. Yes, she must have, agreed Maddie. And she blinked away the tears that came every time she thought of Wanda standing along in that sunny spot in the schoolyard, looking stolidly over all the group of laughing girls after she had walked off. After she had said, sure, the 100 of them all lined up. Explanation of this paragraph I want to explain to you, dear students. Peggy exclaims that she was right about the thought that Wanda liked them. Maddie, those eyes get filled with tears every time she recalled that scene where Banda would look at the girls laughing at her, and agreed with Peggy. Thank you very much.